Hi, my name is No Shad, some of you know me as Shubham, and this is my Spurs Preview podcast. First of all, shout out to Major Hank, who added me on Twitter. I have no idea, I think it's twitter.com, the real Shubham. That's my Twitter ID. Follow me on that, go ahead. And yeah, talk about Spurs Villa. It's interesting what's happening with Harry. Now he's really pissed at the FA. Before he wouldn't say boo to a goose. He had so many bum decisions. He said jack shit. And now he wouldn't take in the FA. The guy is just, hey, makes me smile. First of all, let's talk about Villa. As many of you guys know, I thought Blackburn was probably one of the worst teams we've played at the Lane. I mean, not them as a club, but that team, that was the worst performance I've ever seen at the Lane. And this season, the only performance I could think of that was even remotely as bad was Aston Villa. The thing is, Aston Villa, you just knew they were bad from the start. They just showed no ambition. They played Alan Hutton as a right winger. They were playing containment, and I don't know what it is about Alex McLeish that I dislike him. I should like that. When I was a kid, a guy I really liked, a guy called Ewan McLeish, which was the joke that Alex McLeish was his dad. But no, I think for me it would be very. I mean, I don't want to see any team go down, but for me, if they went down and Birmingham were promoted, you got to admit that would be kind of funny on yeah, for Alex McLeish anyway, if not for the Villa fans. I don't know. I wouldn't say they're a one-man team, but they obviously, they were a toothless tiger when we played them, and Bent had no support. And now without Bent, they're really struggling. I mean, Agbonlahor, they've got some good players. Agbonlahor, Albrighton, they've got some decent players there, but they're just not firing for whatever reason. They've got some. Yes, they've got Collins. They've got that guy from Richard Dunn from Man City, Stephen Ireland. They've got some good players. You're looking and saying, why are you so, Johnny? You shouldn't be there. It's got to be the management. I mean, he's fired at the end of this season. I really think we can win. I think it'll be a close. I don't think it'll be easy. Villa Park is never easy, but I don't know the way they've been playing, and especially with this recent nightclub scandal. You've got a team who's thinking, well, do you know what? The season's over, and I honestly do believe that. They're on 37. I think they know all they need to do is get a point, and that's it. I think their goal difference is good enough that as bad they could lose their next two games, like, I don't know, 2-0, 2-0, they'd still won't be relegated. I think it'll either be Bolton. Obviously, you've got Wigan. Obviously, they're playing Blackburn Rovers, but I think it'll either be Bolton and QPR, and obviously their goal differences are pretty poor. So, I just don't see, I just don't see them playing that hard. I say that honestly, I feel really bad for the Villa fans. I think we'll line up as we have done before, and I've been talking about Major Hank. You convinced me. Not completely. I think Parker's a great player, and he gives us that defensive solidity. Sandro does tend to rely on his instincts, his athleticism, and his Spider-Man-like instincts, spider sense. But going forward, I mean, when we go on the counter, we have, there are a few better DMs in that position that we have than Sandro. Because he charges up, because I think it's his size. He's 6'3", 6'2". So when he charges forward, they have to swarm to him to close him down, and then he can slip that pass over. Whereas to Parker, well, you don't think he's not as powerful. He's definitely nowhere near as quick, as explosive with the ball, and therefore you don't have that same offensive threat. So I think Sandro makes our team a little bit better balanced in terms of between defence and attack. I mean, don't get me wrong, I think Parker's been superb, and for me, he's been him or Friedel, player of the season, or curse of the season, as Spurs Show put it. If you ever get a chance to listen to that, and they've got this thing on YouTube. They've got Garth Crooks, and it's honestly, I swear to God, that is one of my favourite shows. Check it out; it's fantastically funny. No, also check out Top Spurs Odyssey, Spurs Forum. I'm going to be putting links to those. I'm going to change it a little bit. I'm putting links to my web page, links to the websites I like going to. So really please do check those out. Spurs Forum. There's some. There were a few Canucks on there, but they've been pot noodled out kind of thing. Unfortunately, some good guys have also gone as well. But I digress. In terms of what we're going to do, I think we can get this 2-1. I really do. I think Aston Villa, it'll either do one or two things. Either they will just this whole Player of the Year thing, and this whole obviously, I mean, when you've got like you've got some pretty decent players. I think it was James Collins. I think I don't know Richard Dunn, but yeah, you've got some senior pros. Yeah, these aren't young kids. These are senior pros, and they're out there, and they obviously have not bothered. Then because you don't get that drunk. You don't, especially before a game. I mean, there's times to get pissed, yes, but not 2 days before a game. If you're anything, you're an athlete. You wait till the end of the season, then you do all that kind of shit. When you're an athlete and you're playing as many games as these guys are, then I'm kind of thinking that they're on there. They're just not thinking about the games that much. So yeah, I'm gonna go with 2-1 to us, same lineup. Hopefully, I want to put this out there to you guys, and this is a debate. I want you to, the guys who've subscribed to me, have a little think of this. King and Gallas, both towards the end of their contracts, I believe. I don't know if Gallas got another year extension. I can't remember or not. But for me, Gallas, I think, deserves it more on merit. Because I think this season he's performed really well. King, I mean, that Grant Holt thing was, it was breaking my heart to see that. And we haven't played him the last year. We put him on the subs bench, and I can't remember. Whenever he's been fit, we've never had him on the subs bench. Is it the end of the season? I don't know. But I'm with the Spurs Odyssey guys. Let's show him loyalty. We are not. We're a club of history, and we're a club of soul. We are not those chavs, who would, sell. Let's face it. I said that I got to give credit to John Terry. He actually did help out Sen Rab. So I don't know. He can be a real cunt sometimes, but he can be a decent guy as well. I mean, I just don't get it. No, I really do think that if it wasn't for sentimentality, I would want to offer Ledley King a new contract. I don't know. I think the best thing is we'll see how he is at the end of this season. See how he's in pre-season, and if he says, you know what, I feel good, I can play another year, yeah, and that's it, and then great. My only fear is it puts pressure on the team in terms of defensively. This is Ledley's last year. Hopefully it'll motivate us. This is a guy that served us really well. If it wasn't for injuries, would he still be with us? We'll never know. But I'd like to think that he would always be a Yid, even though he's actually from both, which is more West Ham territory. I'd like to think he's a Spur, and he is. Well, I wouldn't say Ledley King, he's a Yiddo. That doesn't really rhyme, but it's, I don't know. There's something. I mean, I always hark back to this. A Man City game, race for fourth, Ledley King versus Carlos Tevez. Now, if Carlos Tevez thinks Michael Dawson's the hardest defender, I think he might be lying a little. May have forgotten what Ledley King did. He counted him out, 1-on-1. Which way was he going? Which one am I going to go? Doesn't do it. And Van Persie, let's face it. Even though we did lose, we got hammered. Van Persie does the 1-on-1 thing again. He knows it. He reads it so well. And if we can get him as a coach defensively, coaching our defenders, because no disrespect to Ferdy or Sherwood, imagine Ledley King coaching our defenders how to defend. Showing us, look, this is what I've learned from watching this game. Watch how, this is what I've learned from watching this. Man. Anyway, shout outs, Eggsy, and to Major Hank. So yeah, as always, come on you Spurs.